It's really great to be here representing municipal waste reduction programs. As you all know, the Bay Area has probably the most premier suite of municipal recycling programs in the country, if not the world, and it's just an honor to be here to represent that field with such competition. The city of San Jose, just a few factoids about us. We're the third largest city in California, the 10th largest in the United States. We're one of the top 5 most ethnically diverse cities in California. We operate the largest privatized solid waste system in the United States. And we do, I have to feel compelled to admit, operate several operations that are typically in other jurisdictions in JPAs or separate agencies. One of those, of course, is the airport. We also offer a very convenient airport in our new LEED certified terminal. So in the theme of 3, we all heard that we're all going in 3s here, which we know is some kind of psychological key to remembering stuff. I will be talking about 3 initiatives just to kind of give you a flavor of the type of sandboxes that local government can play in the solid waste arena. And obviously it'll be very brief, but you can ask me more about it at lunch if you would like. So our local initiative is the Tried and True recycling programs, and the one I wanted to focus on is what we're working on right now, which is a complete redesign of our commercial solid waste system. On the regional level, we're doing a lot of infrastructure development in San Jose, including some new cutting-edge solid waste technology that's new to the United States. And statewide, which is no news to this group, I'm sure, the importance of local initiatives and city and county initiatives in driving state, and of course, because we are California, then federal environmental policy. The San Jose adopted its Green Vision in 2007. We, like many cities across the Bay Area and in the country, want to really use the interest and drive in environmental technology to help reduce greenhouse gas emissions as our economic engine. We thought, of course, it was a new idea at the time, and now I think there's probably 300 cities that are across the country that are doing the same thing, including Oakland and San Francisco and Fremont and almost every city here in the Bay Area, but we thought it was new at the time. What this enabled me to do in driving waste reduction initiatives is really couch them in economic development terms. So when I go to my higher-ups and say, let's invest in this new technology, let's invest in this new program, the primary word I use is economic development and jobs. And then secondarily, of course, I say, and we'll recycle some stuff. I'm sure many of you know that, dumping a bunch of garbage in a hole in the ground probably employs 1 person, and recycling that employs several times that for the same material. So it's a very important job creator. As part of our Green Vision, we adopted a zero waste strategic plan. This really was a comprehensive document, both policy, infrastructure, how we were at a roadmap to getting to zero waste. Our city adopted as part of a Green Vision getting to zero waste by 2022, and an interim step of getting to 75% waste diversion by 2013. We're now at about 70% waste diversion citywide. So our big target was commercial, and commercial recycling is hot right now. Some of you may know that AB 32 has a mandatory commercial recycling requirement. It's becoming a little more watered down than we would like to help us with our mandate to recycle. We, in 1994, went to a completely free market commercial system under the theory that if we really make it expensive to dispose of garbage, we'll get a lot of recycling. That unfortunately hasn't really materialized for us. So we taxed garbage heavily and thought that would drive recycling. One of the challenges is that if companies don't have a guaranteed revenue stream that they can show their banks, it's really, really difficult for them to get loans to buy new trucks and buy the infrastructure needed to get it. really high recycling rates. And in our residential system, which we have long-term contracts, we have more recycling infrastructure probably than any city in the Bay Area developed from that. But one of the issues with having a free market system is you only have your customer guaranteed for 30 days and they can get out of their agreement and go find another hauler, and it really doesn't provide our commercial haulers the revenue stream guarantee they need to invest in systems. So we have 10,000 businesses in San Jose, 32% of the city waste, it's a lot. 20 haulers, like I said, so all the haulers go to every street, every commercial street in the city every day. So as you can imagine, it's not the most efficient greenhouse gas limiting system. And smaller businesses pay a lot for service. They really can't get recycling service. If you're Cisco, if you're eBay, you're going to get whatever service you want. Mom and pops and medium-sized businesses pay a lot for not a lot of service. So our system goals, we want to drive the green vision, better service, equitable rates, innovation. We want to use the commercial system as a giant experiment ground for new technologies. We really want to reduce the carbon footprint of the system, and it's nice that this conference focused reduce, reuse, recycle on greenhouse gases, energy reduction, because garbage trucks generate a lot of emissions. They don't drive very far, but they emit a lot, especially the old trucks that currently serve our commercial system. So we're really interested in evolving this to a whole new level with this process. So we have a request for proposal out. We received 5 very competitive bids. On all bids, we gave them a couple of concepts to bid on. In this case, they can bid on 3 containers where they'll put businesses can put food waste, organics, and garbage in the 3 containers. We also let them bid on 2 containers, and then we said we want you to bid on anything else to get us to 75% and 0 by 2022. We received some really great bids. We'll be announcing that next Friday. So first I can't tell you about that now, but you can invite me back if you want. So we're very excited about this. The other thing, and this is similar to the last presentation, is local government, especially a city like San Jose that's kind of plays a more regional role in driving infrastructure development. We have more solid waste infrastructure. This is what we have now than any other city in the Bay Area. We pride ourselves in taking care of our waste in our city. Very few of our waste actually doesn't get processed within San Jose. We unfortunately have 3 landfills with a lot of capacity, which makes my job a little harder, but so that's kind of the downside. A lot of landfills, it's not that expensive to dispose of garbage, so I have to make that case with the other ways like economic development. We have some of the most advanced solid waste facilities in the Bay Area. Our new municipal solid waste processing facility takes dirty garbage and pulls out about 80% of the material to recycle. They take all our apartment garbage now and all our city facility garbage. When you go to San Francisco Airport and you see the signs on containers, and I always do that because I'm obsessed with garbage containers, and the signage says, this material is recycled off-site, it is going to San Jose to this municipal solid waste, is the jargon, processing facility here in San Jose. So we've got a lot of materials. Most of those were driven by our contracts that were for a longer time because that's how the companies were able to finance them. So we're doing a couple of experiments in San Jose. One is we also operate the largest tertiary treatment plant in the western United States. We have 2,000 acres right in the middle of the Bay Area, at the southern tip of, or in the middle of the South Bay, the southern tip of the San Francisco Bay. And we're in the process to lease some of that area to operate the first dry fermentation, you may want to write this down, anaerobic digestion facility in the United States. Anaerobic digestion is the buzzword for those of us in this narrow silo. An AD is similar to what you all do every day. You eat, your stomach has microbes in it, breaks that down, and produces gas. Typically, in the human case, we want to subtly get rid of the gas. In our case, the gas is gold, and we're inventing both microbes and systems to make sure we capture the gas to use to run facilities, and in this case, the facility that's next door to this is obviously the sewage treatment plant. So that's one project, and then we're also looking at making the plant itself. We really want to make it an incubator for renewable energy uses. It's got the ideal location. It's by 2 solid waste facilities, and then obviously we've got a lot of biosolids that we would like to use because it's hard to find a good home for those. Here's our plant. It's right, and we've got a lot of wetland issues, trail issues, similar to the last speaker. We also solar dry our biosolids, which is another technical term meaning we take the digested poop, smear it in large fields, the sun bakes it, takes out the water. It's a very cheap operation because we use the sun. We were using solar before it was even cool, but it uses up a lot of land, and as you can imagine, there's just a lot of pressure with development and odor concerns about that. So we're looking at alternative ways to handle our biosolids, none of which will be as efficient as using the sun, of course. So here's our new anaerobic digestion facility. The environmental review process will begin in about 2 weeks, and we're hoping to take this lease to our city council in April. The nice thing about this process is we're leasing the land, but we put City of San Jose skin in the game. So as the facility grows and gets more tonnage to process from San Jose or other regions in the Bay Area, we get more lease revenue. And that's really a good way for me to manage my higher-ups and saying, getting us all to have a vested interest into the success of this facility. This facility will take food waste, largely food waste from residential and commercial sector, and create gas. It's a dry process, which means unlike anaerobic digestion process that's happening now at East Bay Mud or San Jose sewage treatment plant, it doesn't require a lot of water, because if we had to put water in, we'd have to pump it out, and that uses a lot of energy. The second project we're doing again at our treatment plant, incubator in progress, is new gasification technology. We got a grant from the California Energy Commission with a technology partner called Harvest Power to look at a very small scale facility that would take chip wood waste to make gas. The gas would be able to be converted to compressed natural gas and would be able to be used in vehicles. We're doing a feasibility study on this project right now, and then if it works, we'll get a very small facility. And as you can see, if you notice the people there, this is kind of the technique often used in Europe. It's not these huge mega facilities to produce energy. It's small distributed systems that have a less impact. So that's another project that we're doing right now. Again, it's not deployed in the United States yet. And then finally, I know I'm running out of time, but we wanted to touch on, again, the importance of local initiatives in creating state and national policy, environmental policy. Some of you may know, about 6 weeks ago, San Jose City Council approved the most comprehensive single-use carry-out bag ordinance in the United States on June 14th. We are banning all plastic bags at all retailers except food establishments, at least now, and are going to be charging a 10-cent fee that will go up to 25 cents on green, and we have a very specific definition of green, paper bags. This project was a regional and statewide effort. It took 2 years and an incredible amount of staff time. There's a lot of industry opposition to this, and those of you who, I don't know if you have, but I kept track of the process in Seattle, where the Seattle City Council adopted a bag fee on carryout bags. The industry, the plastic bag industry, was able to defeat that by putting an initiative on the ballot. So we took a different tact, and we're not doing a fee that's retained by any government agency. So this is just a great example of how our ordinance is now spreading. We kind of have a statewide support group of cities all in this boat trying to do this ordinance and avoid getting sued, which happened. There was legal action taken here in Oakland. We did a full environmental impact report, so it's a great employment thing for planners, and I know that's one of the things here. And actually, our planning firm that just did this was just hired by Stop Waste to start the EIR process for Alameda County. So Solid waste in particular has a great history of starting at the local level. The bottle bill, those of you who may remember back in 1989, we tried to do a statewide action. The legislature didn't vote for it, so a bunch of renegade cities adopted their own bottle bills. Berkeley, San Jose, Santa Monica. They were all just a little bit different, and the great thing about having them a little bit different is retailers don't like that. So they got the state to make a statewide bottle bill. Although in this case, given the legal restrictions and some of the preemption requirements on what cities are allowed or not to do with bags, most of the cities, including LA County and Santa Monica, which just adopted their ordinance on Tuesday, are doing a ban fee combination like we are. Just a huge amount of stakeholder effort to go through this process. Again, the recent actions, Los Angeles County, a week before our action, was just a great, really helped our council, I think, be motivated to approve ours. And then we've got other cities, including others in the Bay Area, about to move forward. We took our case to the state on November 29th, there with Governor Schwarzenegger and Council Member 2 of San Jose and a bunch of other cities throughout the Bay Area and the state, really asking the state, we're going to do something because you all failed to take action. As you know, there was a bill, AB 1998, that would have banned plastic bags, and it was defeated at the very last moment in August. We really, okay, I'm sorry. So, and then these are just the next steps of our, all these initiatives. A lot's happening in the next several months. And then just wanted to promote our schools conference, a big conference, big participation throughout the Bay Area, and there's material in the back. Thank you.